Fishing along the river has definitely become my favourite place to fish. It all started with pike trips with Phil, and on one trip I accidentally caught a chub on a dead bait, and since then I've fallen in love with roving my local rivers for chub. They're extremely wary, especially in the summer, and it can be hard to find them around Norfolk and Suffolk, but once you find them they pretty much eat anything. And I've come armed with a lure rod. Hopefully I'm going to be able to catch a couple of lures. I did come here about 2 weeks ago and I had about 3 chub, and hopefully on this session I'm going to get lucky again. But I have got a specimen rod as well, just in case they might be feeling bread instead. But we've got up nice and early, the sun is rising. I've got Widget the cameraman up super early. The reason I get up so early is because I want to beat everyone else getting here. So the canoers, the kayakers, it becomes so much harder to catch chub when there's lots of traffic on the river. So getting up early enables me to catch more chub and hopefully be able to catch a few for camera. I will be giving it about 10 minutes in each swim. When the chub are there and they want to eat, the bites are pretty much instant. So being on the move and using the most of the early morning bite time is important. And with the swims I'm not too sure about, I'm just catapulting bits of bread into the swim to see if there's any there. I'm not usually up to my knees in this swim, but we had a lot of rain yesterday. It's coloured the river up and it's a lot higher than usual, so I don't know if that's going to make it harder or not. I had a few casts with the lure rod, but I soon decided to switch over to bread as I could see 2 chub in this swim and they just weren't interested in the lure today. And it was the right choice as the chub soon came up for it. Yeah. Oh! What happened? I lost it. Needless to say, I was really disappointed in losing that one in probably the best swim along this stretch, and on reflection I definitely struck too hard on that one, and unfortunately after that mistake the swim was no longer any good. So on to the next swim to try and redeem myself. It's right under the tree. Yep. Ah, what the hell is that? Is that a chub? It's the tiniest chub I've ever caught in my life. Well, as Widget said, I haven't blanked. Got one. It's a tiny one again. Oh, it's a bit bigger. They're getting bigger, but only by a tiny bit. I found the babies. It's definitely better than the first one. Perfect condition. Nice to see little ones in the river, but I am searching for something a bit bigger than that. Let's get them back. Yep, that's a nicer one. Here's a nicer one. Lovely. Oh, he's going in the bank, he's going in the bank. Oh, yes. Oh, the net is all folded over. There we go, got it. A bit worried I wasn't going to get that in then. Yes, we got a nicer one. There we go, finally something worth catching. Definitely worth getting up at 3:30 in the morning. The sun is fully out now, but it's about 6:30, but it's definitely still worth getting up early. I did have a couple of missed chances as well, so really happy to get this. The swims are extremely tight, so I hope you can see everything that we're doing. We are trying our best, but very happy with this. About £4, so we'll probably go up to the next bit of river now and try and catch another one, because once you catch one for one swim, you kind of need to move on to the next one. For many of you, it may seem a bit strange that I'm getting excited over a £4 chub, but around my local areas, I'd class that as a nice chub. It's worth mentioning that when you're fishing for chub in the summer, they're extremely wary. As soon as they sense you, they're gone or they're not going to eat anything. So it's really important to stay really quiet and use the vegetation around the river to try and hide behind it so you don't spook them. Stay super quiet and be really stealthy, and hopefully I'll catch another one in this next swim. I caught 2 on a lure. Yeah. No. Oh, I'm in. Dirty fighters in the bank. He's only small. Try and get him around here. Oh no, he's all right. Yes! Another nice chub. There we go, another chub, fallen victim to a bit of bread. This time I fished upstream because I couldn't fish downstream, which is what you're really meant to do. So it gives you much better presentation. When you fish upstream, you're getting a bit of slack line and not the best presentation, but it worked. It came up and grabbed it, so I'm going to get it back and do the same again. You never know, we might catch another one from the same spot. Like I mentioned earlier, when you catch from one spot, it tends to kill the swim. I know some people keep chub in the net and have another cast, but to be honest, I just like to let them go and usually move on to the next swim. I did have a few casts with the lure rod just to see, but as expected, no chub, so we moved on again. Hello cows! One of the most important things to think about when you go chub fishing in the summer is you want to keep your kit to a minimum. Everything you see here is everything I need for the entire day. My net, 2 rods, some bread and a rucksack full of bits that I need. So spare hooks, unhooking mat, sling, things like that. And then the tackle that I'm using, the rod that I'm catching the chub on with the bread is the Sonic Extractor Specialist twin tip rod. That is in 1.5 pound test curve. To be honest, usually I'd use a 12-foot rod, but this is the 10-foot rod. But I've been really getting on with it well on small rivers, so that's what I've been using. And that is with some 6-pound glide line on there, straight through onto the hook, a size 4 wide gauge specialist hook. Super simple fishing, you can't get much simpler than that. And then for the lure rod, I know I haven't caught any chub this session on a lure, but I have come to this stretch previously and caught plenty on it. So I'm using a Western Pro lure rod. They're exclusive to AD, and that is in the 10 to 25 gram, and that's a really good all-round rod for me. I'd use that for perch fishing as well. And the lure that I was catching on last time is the Western Buzz Bite lure. They go down to about 1 to 2 foot in the water. And if you are interested in any of these products, I'll make it really easy for you, and I'll put all the links to the products that I'm using today in the description below.
For those of you who don't know, AD have actually hired us a couple of new directors.
Delicious. Yeah. Oh. I saw that bow wave right up to it and I got really excited and I struck too early. Oh, that looked like a good one. Try again. I continued to try the rest of the small stretch that I had left, but nothing else happened that day. But we had another morning planned the next day. And this morning we are on the River Wensum. We're up again nice and early. Completely different day today. We've got a lot of rain and a storm due a little bit later in about 2 or 3 hours. So that's kind of my time frame for this morning. Now the Wensum used to be really good fishing wise, but now because of predation, the fish numbers are not as good as they used to be, unfortunately. But The chub in here are a bigger stamp of size than the Waveney. So we'll give it a go. We've got a couple of hours and see what happens. I really don't want to put you to sleep, so long story short, we tried 3 different stretches, including a new spot I'd never tried before, and we continued to brave the weather through the rain, and the only exciting thing that happened for 5 hours was this. That's a pike. I'm hooked into something, but it's not exactly the target species I was after. All this struggle for a pike, jack pike. He wanted a bit of bread. Oh dear, what a day. A bread eating jack pike. He likes bread, he does. Thanks, but no thanks. Get him straight back. I even had another morning session, but on my own this time, on another new stretch with rumours of some big chub. But that just turned into another day and another struggle. The Wensum has been kind to me in the past, but as the years go on, it's becoming harder and harder to catch just one chub, and I left these last 2 days feeling a bit sad about the current state of my local river. Don't get me wrong, there is still chub to be had on the Wensum, but they're just so far and few between. And the one thing I really love about chub fishing is the fact that you can go for a couple of hours and get bites, and it's a lot of fun. So the Wensum is not producing that, so I've come back to the Waveney and try a couple of different spots and see if we can end the video on a happy note.
And in this first swim, I instantly had a missed opportunity, and I honestly don't know how I missed that one. And of course, it looked like a big one. But I tried the rest of the stretch here, but no luck, so we jumped in the car onto the next new location.
Oh, so annoying, there was like 7 chub in this spot on the way to the main river, and they've just disappeared within like 2 casts. They swam right under the bread, so I might give it another go on the way back, maybe with some meat if they come back. But onto the main river. I can see some chub.
A similar story, I could see them, but as soon as they sensed us, they were gone. I did try and tempt them out with some lunch and meat too, but I think they're just very aware of an angler's presence along this stretch. But it was good to see some chub, and it makes it feel much more achievable when you can see them. But the only thing I got from this stretch was a sting in the finger.
Widget, I got stung by a wasp. I went in my bread bag and there was a wasp in there and I got stung in the finger.
Oh no, let me have a look.
It really hurts. You can't see anything, but wow. I'm going to have a really big finger later on. Oh, that really hurt.
It was time to go back to the stretch that served me well on my first trip, to try and get a bit of redemption from the 2 that I lost there previously. The wind went from about 0 to 100, which wasn't going to make it easy to see any chub. Plus, I'm not going to lie, the added pressure of the camera was creeping up on me. But I have an idea of where they like to be along this stretch, so I was feeling hopeful.
Oh. I'm in with it. It's a baby. And it's in the net. Not the big one I was after. But it's a bite. Hey! A perfect little chub. He is in perfect condition. I did say it earlier in the video, It is hard around Norfolk and Suffolk, but it's just nice to get bites, and I think I do like that it's a bit hard. I like the chase, but yeah, I am after something a bit bigger to end on, but he's cool, I like him. Oh, bloody hell. That was quick. That was instant. That's what it's about. Don't go down there. Oh Lord, don't lose it, don't lose it. Oh dear. Going over here. Panic stations. Can't see it yet. That's a nice one. Bloody hell. Panic, panic. Oh my God, it's huge. Oh my God. Is it? Yeah. Oh God. That was absolute panic stations. That's a really nice jump. Ah. Yes, come on. Ah. Let's take a look at him. He looks big. I'm going to weigh him. Oh. Jump. I'm passing to Widget to help out. Awesome. He's a nice one. Hey, that's a bit better. Just over £5. This is exactly what I was after. I don't know how much you could see of that, but he took it straight away. It kind of took me by surprise, to be honest, but what a brilliant way to end. Beautiful, perfect chub. I'm extremely chuffed with it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This is number 2 out of many to come, hopefully, of Amanda's Angling. So if you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more of my angling adventures. Thank you, Mr. Chub. Off you go. Ah, that was brilliant.